Hey everybody, this is God Mode, and I am back with another tech preview for you of the native controller support that No Frame Limit has or is adding to the next release of Enhanced Splinter Cell Chaos Theory Spy vs. Merc. I am using a uh, Xbox One controller now, and I'll kind of go through some of this stuff to give you, look forward to what's coming. So, one thing to know is a feature that was released in the current release of Enhanced is auto profile switching for controls, and what that means is you can have a key binding for your spies and a key binding for your mercs, and it's profile based more or less. And that's useful because some people feel that the key bindings for mercenaries, as they were when this game shipped, are not good enough anymore, and it's not modern. For example, right mouse is using a gadget instead of quick scope, and so if you play Battlefield or maybe Call of Duty a lot, then that control scheme is not the same. So that's important to know because using a third-party app like Anti-Micro or I think Joy2Key or even the Steam input stuff, you have to designate a key on your controller to switch between layouts so that your key bindings work. You don't have to do that anymore with this. It just kind of natively works. So let's get into the actual control and movement. I'm using the clubhouse map because it's a little bit quieter in terms of ambient sound, so hopefully it won't interfere with my speaking as much as Aquarius did. So this is just my left stick movement here. You can see I'm going slow, I'm going fast. I get this kind of full 360 movement here. Left, right, forward, back, etc. This is really nice. It feels really good to me. And again, I'm not a controller player anymore. I spent a lot of time playing Splinter Cell with controller when I was younger. But as a mouse keyboard player, this feels really nice. Sensitivity. This also has kind of a I'm barely pressing the stick, so I'm going slow. And now I'm fully pressing the stick, and I'm going fast. So there's that bit of curve there where you can choose, where you can manipulate your look speed. And so here you'll see I'm just kind of doing both, manipulating both sticks to show off the full movement as a mercenary, the kind of movement that we would have on mouse and keyboard. Most of the keys are all the same in terms of binding. Y is jump. X is, I don't even know what X does. Whatever X does. There's A, which is charge and use, and melee. It's also berserk. There we go. And B is crouch. So all of those are the same. Let's see. If I click my right stick, it zooms in. Up on the D-pad, zooms further. Out, zooms back to normal. So that's good. On Xbox, originally you had to double click the stick, and that, in my opinion, sucked. This is at least faster, and it should help the controller players play Mercenary similar to how mouse and keyboard players do. There was a request to make zoom right bumper. I don't know that that's going to actually happen. Maybe in the future key bindings will be customizable. I don't know about that. Maybe not. Maybe so. But as of right now, right stick feels very nice to me. On the topic of bumpers, one thing to talk about is left bumper and right bumper do actually have a function on the controller now. On Xbox, you could double click left stick or right stick, and your character, your mercenary, would do a quick turn, and it would turn 180 degrees like this, and that was a mechanism to help you defend against just getting your neck grabbed constantly. That's not mapped here, but what is mapped here is left bumper and right bumper. So if you hold left bumper and uh, move your right stick or left stick, left or right, it speeds it up and the movement. So you can, jump, right bumper, and turn pretty quick with your stick. Jump, left bumper, turn. All right, jump, no left bumper, turn. So you can see there's an actual difference there, and I think that'll be handy for helping mercenaries on controller defend against net grabs. Alternatively, if you need a much slower turn, right bumper does that. This is turning with right bumper. This is without right bumper. So you really kind of get like 3 different turn speeds if that's a thing you want to do. And you can also turn just very slowly by gently pressing the right stick left or right. So that's pretty cool. This again is pretty native, or this is native. It feels good to me. I think with just a little practice, the Xbox players or console players will really be able to pick up here and start to make up some of that ground that many of them feel they need to make up because of the difference between mouse, keyboard, and controller. This default sensitivity feels really good to me. There is going to be some ability to change the sensitivity, but not by too much, I think. Frame will be adding some different options here. You can see you can adjust spy and mercenary sensitivities, use separate key bindings. I kind of spoke about that. We have this controller option here, enable native controller input. That'll probably need to be ticked. Mine is not ticked right now, so I think that's probably just a feature that needs to be worked on. And then sensitivity, that hasn't been added yet, but it will be. So overall, again, I think this is going to be a really great option for mouse and keyboard, or sorry, for controller players. And I really hope it brings more players to the game. The game's in a great place now. Not a lot of people, it's an old game, but we're growing, and I think this will help it continue to grow. So shout out to No Frame Limit for sure, Joshua as well for keeping this game alive. If you feel like you want to play, please comment on the comments, and we'll get you set up. Thanks for watching. See ya.